Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today's edition, Unit Final. So I am going to be reading the test for you. If you are someone who prefers to hear the test, if you want to make sure you're doing a great job, if for whatever reason you want to listen to this video, having me explain the test or read it out loud. So here we go. The test is broken into the three levels, level 2, level 3, and level 4 questions. I ask that you attempt them all. So let's get started. Which map would you use to answer these questions? Please wrap all your answers on this test. All your answers on this test. Okay, and a reminder, WRAP stands for restate the question, answer the question, prove your claim, and punctuation, please. So we are going to read the scenarios below, determine which type of map you would use to help solve the problem, and explain your answer. Okay? So you need to plan a delivery route for an ice cream delivery company. Well, this is totally different than Mr. Brown gets a job as a pizza delivery. Totally different. What kind of map would you use and why? Please wrap your answer. Number 2. Mr. Brown is buying some land to build a house, he wishes. He wants to be on a cliff with a view. What kind of map do you use and why? What kind of map would you have Mr. Brown use and why, really is what it should say. So explain why. Pause now. Okay, number 3. You are gathering intelligence for the CIA. You are required to describe the landforms of a country. It could be mountains, rivers, maybe a desert. What kind of map would you use and why? Okay, so if you're trying to find out about a country, what landforms, kind of map would you use? Okay, question number 4. You are planning to grow rutabaga. No, I'm just kidding. No one knows what that is. Let's just say onions. You're planning on growing onions. What kind of map would you use and why? Make sure you explain why. Okay, we're going to move to the next section. So, using your Colorado map, what are the closest latitude and longitudes for these places? So you're going to write the closest longitude and latitude for a place. So question number 5 is, what is the longitude and latitude, the closest, for Montrose? So you're going to find Montrose on your map. You're going to figure out the latitude and longitude that is closest to there and put whatever that corner is. Okay, number 6, Springfield, Colorado. Number 7, Buena Vista, Colorado. Number 8, Fort Morgan, Colorado. Number 9, the origin or starting place of the Rio Grande. Okay, next section, number 10. What part, east, west, north, or south of the state has the Colorado Plateau? So look at your map. What part is the Colorado Plateau? Is it east? Is it west? Is it north or south? Number 11, just circle true or false. If I drove from Denver to Pueblo, then to Montrose, I would drive by Ouray, Colorado. Is that true or is that false? If I drove from Denver to Pueblo, then to Montrose, would I drive by Ouray, Colorado? Number 12. I want to stay in the San Juan Mountains to see the snow. Which city would I go to, and how would I get there from Denver? So which highways would I take from Denver to get to a city that would be in the San Juan Mountains? Number 13. If I went 50 miles cardinal west of Springfield, Colorado, and set up a tent for the night, would I be mostly safe from zombies? Not counting something weird happening, would it probably be safe there? Based on your zombie map and 50 miles cardinal west of Springfield, would you be able to sleep outside? Probably. Number 14. If I told you that my house is at 104.5 degrees west and 37.1 degrees north, is that relative location or absolute location? You could just circle the one you think it is. Is that relative location or absolute location? Number 15. What if I told you Evergreen was on the Front Range? Is that relative location or absolute location? Number 16. If I told you that Sterling is in the northeastern corner of Colorado, is that relative location or absolute location? Okay, then next section. Number 17. Which town has the bigger population? Durango, Sterling, or Fort Morgan? Which one has the biggest population? Durango, Sterling, or Fort Morgan? And the last level 2 question. Which town would you rather stop for gas? Fort Morgan or Gunnison? If it was a zombie apocalypse, which town would you rather stop for gas? Fort Morgan or Gunnison? Let's pause there for level 3. Okay, level 3 questions. Please wrap all your answers. Describe what the physical geography of La Junta probably looks like. Probably looks like, based on your map, what does it probably look like? Physical geography: mountains, rivers, plains, forests, sand dunes, Arctic, tundra, forest. I think I said that one. Croplands, a swamp. Okay. Number 20. That was number 19. Number 20. Describe what the physical geography of Grand Junction probably looks like. Describe what the physical geography of Grand Junction probably looks like. Same as above. Number 21. Based on your population spreadsheet, your zombie outbreak with the days, that we made in Google Sheets and your map, do you think a city along I-25 or a city along I-70 is bigger? So based on your map and your population spreadsheet, would you predict a city along I-25 is bigger or a city along I-70 is bigger? Explain why. Number 22. If the distance between 103 degrees north or west, 103 degrees west and 104 degrees west of longitude is 53 miles wide. So in Colorado, between 103 degrees longitude and 104 degrees longitude, it's 53 miles. So knowing that, about how far is it from Durango and the Colorado-Utah border? So if you started at Durango and you went to the border of Colorado and Utah, about how far would that be if one square of longitude is 53 miles wide? Number 23. If you were going to take a raft down the Rio Grande River, the South Platte River, or the Arkansas River, which would be the most dangerous because of how many zombies you would float past? So if you jumped in the river at their origin and went all the way down the Rio Grande or the South Platte River or the Arkansas River, which one would be the most dangerous because there were so many zombies there? Look at your map. Number 24. I'm running away from zombies, leaving Denver and driving to Sterling, then to Burlington. Will I see a lot of zombies after Sterling? So I leave Sterling and head to Burlington when I see a lot of zombies. What highway would I take to get there the safest way? So I just did that drive. What highway would I take that would make it the safest? Part C. Could I then get to Trinidad safely? And by safely, I mean less than 50 zombies in a city on the way. So I want to go from now Burlington to Trinidad. Could I get there on a highway or interstate that would be safe-ish, less than 50 zombies? And also explain how. Okay, so that's kind of a complex one. So let's start at the beginning. I'm running away from zombies. I leave Denver and I drive to Sterling. Then I go from Sterling to Burlington. Will I see a lot of zombies after Sterling? What highway would I take to get there the safest way? And could I then get to Trinidad from Burlington relatively safe, and how? Which highway? Okay, that is going to conclude the level 3 questions. So good job if you're feeling good about it. If you're feeling a little rough, take a breather, pause for a minute, get a drink of water or something, and then we're going to do level 4. Okay, level 4. You're going to pick 2 or more questions to answer. So if you only go with 2, you're hoping you get both of them correct. If you're going with more questions, you have a better chance of getting them correct. Okay, question number 28. In cell or box G6 on your zombies spreadsheet, change the number to 23. So go to your zombie spreadsheet in cell or box G6, change the number to 23. It should, if you program the cells, give you an answer for how many zombies there would now be on day 10 in Colorado Springs. So please wrap your answer and tell me how many zombies would be in Colorado Springs on day 10 now that you changed cell G6 to the number 23. Okay, number 29. If there really was a zombie apocalypse and you could only grab 4 maps before you make a run for it, what 4 would you bring? And how would you use them to start a new safe town for you and your people? So you are in the zombie apocalypse. You could only grab 4 maps to bring with you. Which 4 would be most useful to build a new town for you and your friends and family? Make sure you wrap your answer. Why are you picking those? Okay, number 30. If you were going to start a new capital in Colorado after day 10 of the zombie apocalypse, where would you start it and why? So if you could pick anywhere on your map after day 10 of the zombie apocalypse, where would you start a new capital of Colorado and why? Make sure you wrap. And your last question is a bonus of 10 points. So for a bonus of 10 points, what did you learn in the last 5 weeks that I did not ask you about on the test, but you want to share in a paragraph? And your writing is worthy of you earning a bonus 10 points. Okay, so let me say that again. In the last 5 weeks, we've studied geography and zombie geography. What question do you know the answer to, or something you've learned and wished I had a question about it? Would you want to share and write something that is worthy of earning an extra 10 points? And that is the end of the test. I hope you enjoyed this test. Thank you for choosing Mr. Brown's Social Studies class. I know you have many classes to choose from, but thank you for choosing ours. I hope you've enjoyed this test of the emergency broadcast system. Bye.